Hello and welcome. I'm playing more Slay the Spire while taking a break from doing daily tasks. Um, just a reminder, I want to start off by saying please subscribe if you want more content like this. I make content um, mostly with me playing games because that's most of what I'm doing. I also make content while I'm playing games talking about things like mental health, uh, you know, having ADHD and what life looks like being all over the place, trying to encourage myself and other people who maybe struggle with emotional regulation, are in the same kind of situation that I am, where, and I'm not complaining about my situation, but like just living life, trying to navigate it and not having things figured out, or just a little refresher about me. Let me go ahead and start this while I'm talking. Um, Oops. Darn it, I have to back out of that. I usually, at the beginning of these, since the beginning part's kind of easy, um, usually like talking and playing at the same time. So let's start over. But yeah, please subscribe if you want more content like that. I Whenever I see someone subscribe, it makes me super happy because it means I get to keep doing what makes me super happy and what encourages me, which is making content like this and talking and hanging out and that kind of thing. And I'm mainly, hold on, let me pick one of these first. Let's do this one. I am mainly taking a break to play it because I have been doing good this morning. I'll say I've been doing good. I made a video I'm gonna upload before this one, where just how do I explain? Just something that is as real and as raw as I can make it. Where like I woke up this morning and I really just was not feeling it. Um, I had a hard time even going to even making breakfast, you know, getting food and water and nourishing myself and using the bathroom. So that's literally what I made. When I put the video up, it's gonna if you see the video, it makes more sense. Um, and I do get those things done, and I start doing my school stuff that I planned for today. Uh, and I'm trying to get like an earlier start in doing it because when it gets to nighttime, I really don't want to touch any of those things. I don't want to touch any school things. I really don't want to do anything. I take medicine that makes to where like kind of wears off around from 5 to 6, I would say, around that time. And depending on when I take it, but usually because it's evening and it wears off around 5 to 6, around that time I'm like, okay, well, let me get things done before then. It's like 12:50 right now, so I have plenty of time. And I always tell myself that, but I don't end up um, doing much of value. I have I have had a weekend where I did not get that much done. I squandered time very badly, and yeah, I squandered my time very badly. And by the time it was Sunday, I was like, oh gosh, like, okay, this is peek into who I am. I was like, my clothes are not washed. My clothes aren't washed. This isn't done. It's nighttime. I'm already tired. My medicines have worn off. Like, I didn't spend my time appropriately because the medicines help you have the motivation to do things, and they help the evening of my emotions, but they don't particularly help the you know, initiating task things. So that's the thing that I need the biggest help with, is initiating tasks and completing them. Because once I get started, well, nowadays, even if I get started, it's a little wonky, but it depends. But it's harder for me to get into flow state. You know, if you know what flow state is, uh, to get into that state of things. I'm sorry, I did not know that was playing. I didn't even know that was on. So yeah, like, that is why I like to do these videos, because yeah, like, I'm just repeating things, but it helps me to initiate tasks. Uh, helps me with that kind of thing, and trying to decide what to pick. It really does help me with that kind of thing. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't want this weekend or any weekend. That weekend was very specific to that weekend. I try to, because that's a form of self-care, right? Like, trying to have everything prepared and ready as best as you can before work. So, like, and some people, if there are people who watch this and who's like, well, that's not difficult to do, those are just basic things, I am not talking to you. Because that's a blessing to be able to think that, in my opinion. That is such a blessing. But no, it's not easy for all of us, unfortunately. To do all those things, and like to set out clothes the night before you gotta go to work, and make sure all your stuff's packed. Like, literally, you know, take your medications, make sure you're fed, make sure you, like, all these basic things, make sure you gosh darn, how many slimes? Make sure everything's in good order. Like, I struggle to do those things. I struggle to keep my room clean. I struggle to keep my car clean. I struggle to, like, do things that, how do I say, do things that no one is on me about doing. That's the best way to explain it. Let's do that. I hate this one. They're the worms. Oh, I was gambling on that one, hoping I'd get a 0 card. And it's really helped me, and it's really expedited my growth, I would say, to be able to talk more about it, and to be able to talk more about it, and, like, put more accountability on myself, because I was journaling, like, I was writing about, because it really helps. If you've never tried it, just write out, like, just start writing, you know, kind of obvious things, but just start writing about about your feelings, what you think, because usually how it works for me, I'm a Christian, so I would not have made it this far in life without the Lord. I thought, like, literally, the way I lived my life, I thought I was just going to end up having to live with my parents forever. Like, I didn't think I could be independent. I didn't think I could move out on my own. I thought, like, when it came to my emotional regulation and all those kinds of things, I thought, well, that was not worth it. I thought it wasn't possible for me, and I remember I would pray to the Lord. I'm like, Lord, because I had such a bad home situation when I lived with my parents. It was just so, it was on me, and, you know, and them, but when I lived with them, I remember just thinking, I was like, I just want, I just want, like, well, I was just thinking, I was praying about it, like, Lord, I just want, four walls to protect. Like, I just want that. Very basic things. Like, when there are things that you haven't done, you think that they're less obtainable than they really are, which is not true. Oh, that was a good turn. It is not true. Things are very obtainable, like more obtainable than you think they are. Um, hmm. Okay, good. Yes. And that's what I've learned because I'm 30 now, and my worst time in life was 20s. I would not want to go back to them. Not saying that just because a year passes things were different, but it really marks something. Um, when you get into your like your next fit, like your 30s or your 20s, you think like, oh, just because I'm young and I'm an adult now, life is not going to be difficult. Let's do this one. I need to fill my potions tank. Okay. And you think those thoughts and you're like, oh, life ends when I turn 30, or like you need to be on top of things in a different way. Like, you do need to be on top of things in a different way. Like, I need to be more on top of my health. You depending on your genetics, you could get like more tired easily. Like, I've always been a tired person. I don't know what I'm talking about. Um, 72, 48, 72, 48. Okay. Okay, this is the part where I do end up being more quiet because I'm focusing. Oh, I can't use this. Deal 10 damage, or let's just do this one. Okay, good. But yeah, like I was saying, what was I even saying? Things are still, they're different in the way that I manage them. I manage them in a more hopeful way because it's really easy when you're younger, because to just, I don't know, like, I swear it's easier when you're younger to just want to look down on everything and want to like believe that there's no hope and this, that, and the third. But then you get older and you're like, well, I'm still here and I could live life thinking that way. You can go on thinking that way if you want to, or awesome, or you can let the light in. You can let light in and you can change things. And I literally, listen, when I'm saying this, I'm like preaching to myself, which is the choir. Like, I literally was not like this before. I literally told myself, like, I thought I was never going to change. I was like, what should I do? I really don't want to lose health. Ugh. Let's do this. Okay. But no, I literally gave myself this identity. I was like, I'm always just going to be a sad person. And I feel so different from that now. I don't feel like that's true anymore. And it's like, it could be a combination of aging and a lot of prayer. Like, first of all, this is what I believe. It was all the prayer and everything. Because a lot of people think like, oh, you change with age. You, how do I say? No, you don't. Listen. Listen to my advice. As someone who works with people twice her age, as someone who's worked with hundreds and hundreds of people twice her age, in mental ill settings, elderly settings, as someone who's worked with the elderly in my early 20s, you don't have to change if you don't want to. You don't get more mature with age. You learn things and you see things and you decide, how do I explain? You decide what to hold on to and what to foundate. You decide what foundation you want to hold on to, and oops, I wasted something. Yeah, you decide what you want to do in that regard. Because I have seen, oh gosh, um, no, I've seen grown adults just not able to, like, how do I explain? I'm trying to say this without being disrespectful toward them. I've seen grown adults struggling with things that I just know. I'm like, things, and I'm saying this from people around me, family, all of that, struggling with things that they could have gotten past a long time ago, but they just didn't know how, or didn't want to do the work to get past it, or didn't want to. Like, I've seen grown adults, it's a thing, like older adults just shunning therapy, saying, oh, that's so dumb, it doesn't work, which is why therapy is more popular now. Like, shunning any kind of mental health help, but those same adults suffer the consequences of not, doing those things. Does that make sense? Maybe what I'm talking about makes sense, maybe it doesn't. But I've seen plenty. And that's why, and I've talked about it in my other video, I really believe I'm qualified to be able to do this with this channel, because I am getting my master's in social work, very close. I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of mentally ill individuals, adults. I work with the adult population. I've worked with the elderly. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, that didn't work. My gamble didn't work. Yeah, I've worked with a lot of people. And even management. Like, let's not forget, management is an excuse too. Like, not just management, but coworkers you work with. Like, a lot of people work with, when you work at a job and you realize, oh, this is like high school. That's what I realized at one point. I was like, this is like high school. Like, and it's generally, I've seen it's the older people treating it like high school. Like, it's the grown adults doing it. Like, the grown adults. And you're like, wow. Because it's a couple of things. There are just things they never got past. Some people never get past high school. That's a sad thing, but it's so true. Some people don't know. I'm gonna die. Some people don't know how to, like, mentally. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna die. How to mentally let go of high school. let me focus. Let me see if I can end him. Probably can't. So close, though. So close is painful. He's gonna kill me. So painfully close. That's okay. Discovered an epoch, which is good. Unlocked event. Colorful philosophers. That was it. Okay. Let's do this one. But yeah, I have seen those things. And I don't really remember why I started on this subject of people not changing. I can't even remember, but I don't know. It's just to show, like, hey, I've really taken that information and absorbed it. Like, I would look at people who struggle in that way and people around me, even family, and think I will do anything to not be this person. Like, I do not want to stay stuck in this mindset that I cannot get out of for 30 plus years. Like, that is not, I don't want that to be me. Like, something I used to do not even that long ago. Like, I've always had issues with, emotional, like, moodiness and emotions. Just, how do I explain? Just, having this internal irritation toward people, or like these internal moods, or being upset about something and not knowing why. And that was part of my ADHD too, I believe. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but if you have it, I really do feel for you, because just know it's not normal to have that, and it could be a mental, could be a chemical imbalance. It could be. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. And it was something I struggled with, and like when I was in college, and I struggled with it, but at the same time, being older, I'm sorry if you hear me tapping on my keyboard, I'm serious about this. Oh, the mic does pick it up. Okay, I just wanted to see. Being older, I learned, like, those things, feelings and beliefs and thoughts and behaviors are all separate. That's just basic, like, cognitive behavioral therapy, which I want to talk more about. But that's what I was going through. My point is, you have those feelings, but then you can hold on to beliefs regarding those feelings, and that's what I did. And I did that a lot. Just to have this belief, I would literally, like, throw mental tantrums, just to have this, just think thoughts like, people don't like me, they don't like me, and literally it was just based off of the feelings that I had regarding them. I was like, I didn't even know I was doing this, but I'd hold on to certain beliefs, like, oh, they like this person more than me, I'm not worthy of being liked in this way, I'm not pretty, I'm not this or that, I have nothing special about me. And thanks be to the Lord, I had friends who stuck with me, who were able to help me think through things, and it was just, I still learned lessons, and people still tried to teach me things, and I when you're holding on to those beliefs, you really feel like they're true. And it's really hard because you feel like they're true. You feel like they they mean more than what they do mean. Um, you take one thought and you take one feeling and you make it into a whole thing when you don't have to do that. Let's do this. 17. Okay, oh wait, oh darn it. But yeah, I did not know I was doing that. Like I remember, how do I explain? I did not know this was a normal. This is kind of an embarrassing story, but um, hold on, let me get my bearings together. Let me take a sip of water because I'm gonna get into it. Okay. Wow, that took away a lot. Okay, so okay, so I used to be in a missional group when I was in college. That just mean like they called it a missional group and not a Bible study because we were supposed to do things like go on retreats, things like that, spend time together, and whatnot. And I had a friend at the time who was, supposed to pick me up, and she was late. When she was late, I let all these thoughts come into my head, and it made me ill. I was like, of course she would forget me. Like, she forgot about me. Like, I'm supposed to be there too. Like, people, she just went there and forgot that to pick me up. I don't know why, but all those thoughts were coming into my head, and the moods, like I never could just bounce back from bad moods. The moods. Oh, I should have did this one first. I'm silly. The moods stayed with me, and we were supposed to. Okay, so we went to this festival, and and after the festival, we were supposed to stay the night at one of the girls' houses. Over there, I can't talk right. At her house, and I was like, that whole time, I just could not. I just couldn't have a good time. I wasn't having a good time. I was ill. I just didn't know why. I was depressed. And I was depressed. I even told the other girl, like, yeah, I'm going through depression right now. And she just, I think she couldn't understand why. And I should do that one first. And thanks be to the Lord, like, she was so kind. Like, she prayed for me and just was so kind. And I ended up not doing the sleepover because of how ill I felt. And I just ended up going home. That is not the first time that this happened to me, though. I did not know this was not normal, but I've been to other retreats after that. I went to a separate retreat with a church. Like I rode with someone, and I was like feeling that moody feeling. I don't know why. I just felt this moody feeling, like no one wants to include me, no one cares. And those people were nice people. Like, no, I don't have any friends here. No one wants to talk to me. And so I went home early. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go home early. Same thing. And Then after that, I just had a kind of a rule, a mini rule with myself. I'm like, I'm not. And literally, my brain, the whole time, you want to know what it was thinking? It was like, it's not my fault. Like, I knew something was internally not right, but I thought couldn't, my brain couldn't believe it was all the way my fault. Um, if I'm remembering correctly. And it was crazy. I was like, why do I feel this way? What's going on? And it would happen again. I went on a retreat. Um, it was like an outside, you know, this next retreat. I did think this one went better. If I'm remembering correctly, I think this one went better because I drove myself. And then I went back home. And the next retreat, um, I've been on a lot of retreats. Oh gosh, I feel like I have so many stories with retreats and my moodiness, but like thinking about it now in hindsight, none of that was normal. Feeling that way was not normal. Um, Gosh, why are you not dead? Okay, it wasn't normal. Um, it was not normal because I went to another retreat, and this was when I was like 24 or 25, I think, with my church. They did like this yearly women's retreat, and I went to that one. That was the last one I went to because I moved to Nashville the next year, I think. And I have to find another elite. It feels like I just bought that other one. Fighting elites is hard. Um, I'm sorry, and I want to tell more stories about that too, just so people know, like, hey, like, so they can go like, oh, she actually means it. She actually was not doing well before. No, I wasn't. I was not doing well. Um, but yeah, the last retreat I went to at that church. So what happened was I had a friend that was supposed to come and she didn't come, and I didn't really have anyone that I sat by or talked to. And I had one friend that was there, but she didn't really sit by or talk to me, um, which wasn't a problem because she was probably, I think she was like, um, she had other friends and things at that event too, and you know, I tried to talk to people, tried to be cordial, and I just was like, I was like, I'm not having a good time. 19 block, I don't need that. I was just like, I'm not having a good time. I want to go home. So I didn't go home early. I really, really thought about it. I really, really thought about it, but I didn't. I stuck it out. And wait, no, I didn't. I remember what happened. So the last day of the event, I it wasn't the last day. I didn't feel well, and so I just didn't go. I didn't go to the last day or last couple of days. And you know, you do that thing where like you don't go somewhere, but you kind of want people to check in on you and go like, "Hey, how are you doing? Why didn't you come?" I have done that before more than once and have not gotten those things, you know. And you know, I would tell myself like, I'm never gonna do this to a person. I'm never just gonna, which in some ways, let's do this one. In some ways, I'm not saying it's their fault for not doing that, but in some ways, that wasn't completely right. Like, I don't get hurt thinking about it, but I think Because there are some things I would compare regarding what I would do. I'm like, because I remember thinking, I would not do this to someone. I would not, like, just not check on someone who didn't come to the event. And I had, I just, um, sorry, I'm trying to remember some things too that happened. But yeah, like, on the last day of the event, I didn't say bye to anyone. I just went home. And then that's when my friend texted me and she was like, what's going on with you? Like, it was more like an accusatory type thing. Kind of accusatory, if I remember um, correctly. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was kind of a little bit. I don't remember all the details, but that's why text message, I used to always read text messages and just get a lot of context from that, like make a lot of assumptions about what a text message meant. You shouldn't do that. Text message really isn't good when it comes to that kind of thing. You should not do that. That is dangerous because, yeah, I can put you in all sorts of kinds of states of mind. But yeah, she texted me and I was like, and then I just blew up. I was just like, I don't remember exactly what I said, and I didn't accuse her of anything. I just remember just getting so upset and saying, like, I'm the one that has to sit with these emotions when I go home or something like that. I don't remember. Also, my memory's just so bad. I need to text her too. We're still friends. I just remember I'd always been the kind of person that would just decide if I was friends with someone based off how I feel. If I had a conversation with her, I'm like, are we really friends? Anyway. Sorry, I'm like all over the place when it comes to that, but ooh, I'm about to beat him. But that was one example. And I think when you get older, okay, if you're dealing with that kind of thing, here are some tips. For one thing, you probably need medication. But if you can't get medication, here are some tips that, as someone who's actually gone through it, because a lot of people don't always know how to talk to people who've been through that kind of thing. It's not their specialty. And one, let's do this one. But, okay, let me start with this. You have to know yourself. Know yourself and know your own emotions. Know what your triggers are. I can, like the back of my hand, I know what my triggers are. Like, if I start feeling a certain way, I know when I'm about to spiral. If I start feeling lonely, I know when I'm about to spiral. If I start feeling that void feeling when I'm around people, I know it's going to tear me down and pull me down, and it's going to be hard for me to come back up from it. Let people know what you go through, even if they don't understand it. Even if they're like, you have no reason to feel that way. Who the frick cares if you have no, I don't have a reason to feel that way. I know that, but I still feel that way. I still have these feelings. I can't freaking change my feelings. You can change your beliefs about things, though. You can change your beliefs in the direction of those things, and it takes practice and time, even for that to happen. And I think the thing is, people don't understand that, hey, that does take time to happen. Ooh, I got him. That was awesome. Let's gamble. Come on. This one. What time is it? 1:29. How long have I been going for? Oh, okay, not too long. Yeah, so that's my first tip. Know yourself, know your triggers. That's part of the workbook that I made too, that I'm going to talk more about later. Also subscribe if you want more content like this, because this is mostly what my content is. It's just trying to help people who have been through the same things I've been through. Let's see what we can do here. Um, second tip, if you're going somewhere and you have a car, drive yourself. Um, Drive yourself. It makes you feel so much, it relieves a lot of pressure, and sometimes that is what I'd have to do, like, trying to, yeah, drive yourself to the function. Don't let anyone else drive you or depend on anyone else coming. It makes it so much worse. Uh, don't make the assumption that, who should I kill? This one? Do not make the assumption that just because you made the plans to go, that it's gonna be okay. That's a big one. Do not make that assumption. Pray. Do what I didn't do. I didn't do this. Like, pray before you go to the function. Pray before you go there. This is for people who believe in the Lord Jesus. Pray before you go there. Pray to Him. Ask Him to guide you and trust in His guidance, even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go. Because I've had plenty of things not go the way I wanted it to go, and it all led to good things anyway. And you just gotta trust. Let's do exterminate. I'm trying to think if I have any more tips. Yeah, that work that I was talking about, it goes through different ways that you can know yourself, know your triggers, know what to do. Because sometimes it really doesn't make sense, but sometimes you might be tired or hungry. I've had those times. Sometimes you might not be getting enough nutrition. Sometimes you might not be getting enough sleep. Sometimes you might be stressed about one thing and, stressed about one thing, but lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. But you might not know what you're stressed about. Money, yes. Yes, I love this one. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I feel like it's just so easy to be, I guess like today's topic is mostly about what I'm talking about now, but I feel like it's so easy to be misunderstood when you deal with that kind of thing. Like poor emotional regulation. Like, I've had breakdowns into tears, just at random times before. I've had a breakdown in front of, a mirror, like a bunch of people before. Okay, sorry, I'm distracted. Oh, darn it. Okay. I've been through self-harm. I've been through suicidal thoughts out the butt. Like, where like I've had those thoughts every other day, if not every day. I've been at work and have been, what do you explain, like, have those moodiness things happen. I've had to like sit with my face in my hands, just not knowing what to do, just swimming in stress. What is divining? Oh. Alright, we're gonna do some shopping. What should we gamble on? Do we need this one? Do we need thorns that bad? I don't think so. I think I want this. I don't know about any cards that contain the word minion. Are there any more shops on the way? Probably not. Okay, I think we're good. Gosh, I should have saved my money. I like this guy. Random potion time. Is this better than... I'm gonna gamble and, like, keep that one. Sorry, I'm actually approaching a important boss. 18. I need, I think I'm good. It's it's a very important topic to me, though. That kind of thing. Let me can get some stars. Ugh, I did a good amount of damage. Let's gamble on this. Know thy place. I don't need this shit though. Well, maybe I do. Okay, good turn, good turn. Decent turn. 49. 40 freaking 9. I didn't get a colorless card. This is ridiculous. That's a lot. 12 is not enough. Oh. What's bolas? 21 is too much. I'm gonna die. Let's focus more on... Okay. I need stars. I need blocks. I need stars. It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I need a star. There we go. Now, dude, I can't believe I won that. That shouldn't have happened. Let's gamble on that one. That should not have happened. I guess gambling is the right way to go. I'm gonna tie my hair up. Oops, drop my hair clip. Okay. Who's this lady? She gave me good stuff last time. Let's see what she gives this time. Glam. Let's do this one. Oh, they mark it. I don't mark it. Alright. Six and 15. I mean, this is completely zero, so... Okay, that's not bad. Should do shining... Well, let me stop moving so fast. Let's do shining star. Let's do Solar Strike. Let's get some dexterity. I don't have any blocks. Astral Pulse. Okay, let's do this one. Shining Strike. Falling Star. I can't use those two. Or should I just go ahead and forage? Or should I take the hit? I'll just take the hit. Oh, now this wants to come around. Okay. Don't like my damage lost, but that's okay. I mean, don't like my HP lost. This is a good one. That looks like a good one. 1 HP. Don't mind if I do. Well. I'm gonna do that one. Not too much of a gamble, but gosh, it just feels like the boss is so far away. But I've never made it on the 3rd map with this character, which is good enough for me. Duplicate your deck. Huh? Ew. That's not good. That's actually really bad. Oh, they're gonna make me vulnerable, aren't they? That's not good. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do. Sorry I'm being so quiet. This is like the one I need to actually pay attention on. Oh, they might kill me. That's the crazy part about this game, how like you can get so far and like just get killed like that. 29 damage. Heck no, let me keep that one. I want a star. I need more stars. Well, it didn't do anything. Much of anything. I guess I'm dead then. Ooh. Oh, wait, why am I not dead? Let's venerate. Oh my gosh. kills, but yet so far. Probably should have did the one at a time rule. I just want to see how much damage I can do in one go, even if I am gonna die. Okay, I can do a lot of damage in one go, but I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. And that's because I didn't read and I got that bad luck card. Goodness. Well, that's how it be. I'm gonna upload this video and probably continue in another part. Please subscribe if you want more content like this. It usually does go like this, just me like playing games and talking about stories of the past, things that, you know, can help, probably potentially help other people. In my next video, I think I'm going to be talking more about the workbook that I made and promoting it more and that kind of thing. And I plan to put it in my description, in the link in the description at some point. So please subscribe for more content. Yes. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.